All right, strap in, everybody. Let's dive deep into Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh, man, this album.
It's not just an album, is it? It's like this cultural explosion. Music, society, everything.
Yeah.
We're talking magnum opus here.
Uh-huh.
Kendrick's wrestling with identity, fame, and systemic racism.
Uh-huh.
And he's crafting an anthem for a whole generation all at the same time.
Absolutely.
But, and here's the thing, the title itself, To Pimp a Butterfly, it's a paradox, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's genius. Think about it.
What's going on there?
A butterfly, the symbol of freedom, beauty, transformation.
Right.
And then you hit it with pimp, which just screams exploitation, control.
Yeah, the opposite.
The opposite of everything a butterfly is.
It's jarring.
It is, and it makes you think.
Absolutely, like something beautiful and pure is being twisted, manipulated.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes you think about the bigger picture, how Black culture, how Black lives are constantly exploited.
Exactly.
But it's also Kendrick's own struggle, right?
Yeah.
He's this successful Black artist. But what does that even mean when the whole system is designed to hold you back?
Exactly. It's this push and pull, right? Celebrating success, but then questioning what that success costs.
Yeah.
And he throws that right in your face from the very first track. Wesley's theory.
Yeah. Okay, Wesley's theory, it's got this crazy energy,
Right.
sampling George Clinton, bringing in funk, soul. That whole history of Black music is right there.
You can't help but move to it. It's like he's intentionally grounding the whole album in that legacy.
Yeah.
And having Dr. Dre and George Clinton on board, that's a statement. This is Black music through and through.
Right.
But then there's that Uncle Sam voice talking about taxes, contracts, all those traps that come with success.
Yeah. It's like a warning, like, hey, think you're free because you got money.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam's here to remind you the system's still in control.
Absolutely.
And it's all wrapped up in this irresistible beat. You're dancing along.
Yeah.
And then bam, lyrics hit you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, that duality's all over the album. Like, take King Kunta. You've got this bold anthem, right? Kendrick's owning his success.
He's the king.
Right. But that name, Kunta Kinte, it's a direct link back to slavery.
Yeah. It's like he's saying, I'm on top, but I'm still carrying that weight of history.
Right. It's inescapable.
Can't escape it.
And even the music reflects that tension. It's funky, it's swaggering, but there's this underlying tension in the bass line. It's like being chained, but still finding a way to move to resist that feeling. That's King Kunta.
I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
And that back and forth, the celebration and the struggle, the joy and the pain, it goes on through the whole album. Like in You and All Right, they're two sides of the same coin.
Exactly.
Right.
You is raw, vulnerable. It's Kendrick at his lowest, battling depression, self-loathing. It's all laid bare.
It's intense.
Musically, it's chaotic, mirroring that inner turmoil. You're practically holding your breath, listening. It's so intense.
Yeah.
And then All Right comes in, like this wave of hope. It's not denying the struggle, but it's about finding the strength, resilience, like an anthem for survival.
Makes sense that it became a rallying cry for Black Lives Matter.
It captures that spirit perfectly, that even in the darkest moments, there's this flicker of hope, this belief that we can get through it together. But Kendrick doesn't shy away from those harsh realities either. Like, he tackles them head on in The Blacker the Berry.
That song is intense. He's calling out institutional racism.
Yeah.
Holding a mirror up to society and not holding back.
It's a powerful statement. And what's interesting is that he also turns that critique inward, too.
Okay.
Looking at those internal struggles within the Black community, it's complex, challenging, makes you confront some uncomfortable truths.
For sure. So we've got systemic racism, we've got these internal struggles, and then there's how much the dollar cost, which on the surface seems like a simple story about Kendrick meeting a homeless man.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, but it's so much deeper.
It is, isn't it?
It's about those missed opportunities for compassion, letting your ego blind you to someone else's humanity. You think the cost is just $1.
Yeah.
Kendrick shows you the true cost is so much greater.
It's those moments where you could choose kindness, you could choose connection, but you don't. And the weight of that choice, that's what stays with you.
It does. It's heavy stuff. And it all leads to an even deeper question in Mortal Man.
Yeah, Mortal Man. That's where it gets really intense. It's not just a song anymore. It's like a conversation with ghosts, with Tupac.
Right. And it's not just some, like, fanboy thing. It's deeply symbolic.
Yeah.
Tupac represented both the triumphs and the tragedies, of Black success.
Yeah.
Celebrated, criticized, loved, feared. It's all there.
And Kendrick's facing those same pressures. He uses this conversation, this imagined conversation, to grapple with his own mortality.
Yeah.
Like, what will his legacy be? How do you stay true to yourself when the whole world's watching? How do you even survive?
Right. He's asking these questions of Tupac, someone who walked that path, searching for guidance from the past.
But Tupac doesn't really answer. His responses are mostly pulled from old interviews.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like he's reaching out, but realizing there are no easy answers.
Yeah.
It's eerie, isn't it? Adds this layer of mystery, ambiguity.
It does. And it reinforces the idea that Kendrick's not alone in this.
Right.
He's part of a larger conversation, a historical dialogue about what it means to be Black and successful in America.
And he's inviting us into that conversation. The listeners.
He is.
To Pimp a Butterfly isn't just about his struggles. It's about all of us confronting those uncomfortable truths about ourselves, about the world.
It's about challenging our assumptions, digging deeper.
This isn't an album you just passively listen to. It demands your attention, your engagement.
You got to be willing to sit with that discomfort,
Yeah.
to wrestle with those questions. But that's what makes it so powerful.
Because it does stay with you.
It does.
It sparks conversations. It inspires reflection. This album can change how you see the world.
Absolutely.
Even how you see yourself. It's like you're experiencing that full range of human emotion, the despair, the hope, everything.
Yeah, and it's all through music.
Right. It's not just the lyrics. It's how he uses sound to create this whole world.
Exactly.
So let's talk about the music. What makes To Pimp a Butterfly so sonically unique? So we've talked about the heavy stuff, the message, the ideas. But what about the music itself? What makes To Pimp a Butterfly so sonically unique?
Well, you can't talk about this album without talking about jazz.
Right.
It's woven into the very DNA of the album.
Okay.
You hear it in that improvisational feel, the complex harmonies, the chord changes that take you on these unexpected journeys.
It's like music is breathing, almost like it's alive.
Yeah.
And it's so different from your typical hip-hop production. Like, it's got this free-flowing, chaotic energy at times.
Right.
Especially in tracks like You or For Sale.
Yeah, that chaos is intentional. It reflects the turmoil, the uncertainty Kendrick's grappling with. It's like the music's mirroring his internal state. But then you get these moments of pure beauty, too, serenity, like in Mortal Man, where the music takes on this almost spiritual quality.
It is.
It's like a sonic representation of that search for peace, understanding.
Okay, and let's not forget the funk.
Oh, yeah.
King Kunta. These walls, those grooves are undeniable.
You can't not move to them.
You can't. They get right in your soul.
It's that connection to this rich history of Black music, going all the way back to James Brown, Parliament Funkadelic. It's a celebration of Black culture, resilience, joy.
Yeah.
And it creates this amazing contrast with those darker moments on the album.
Right.
It's like Kendrick saying, even in the midst of struggle, we can still dance, we can celebrate, we can find joy.
And then there's Kendrick's voice. It's not just rapping. It's like he's using his voice as an instrument.
Oh, absolutely.
Singing, chanting, whispering, sometimes all in the same song.
He's a vocal chameleon.
It's mind-blowing.
Constantly shifting to match the mood, the message.
Yeah.
Like in You, his voice is raw, almost unhinged, reflecting that breakdown.
Yeah.
But in All Right, it's strong, defiant, full of hope, determination.
It's incredible. And then you add the layers of instrumentation.
Yeah.
The samples, the live recordings, the spoken word. It all comes together to create this incredibly rich tapestry of sound.
It's intentional. It's meaningful.
Yeah.
This isn't an album you just casually listen to.
You can't.
It demands your attention. You have to immerse yourself in it, the sounds, the textures, to fully appreciate it.
It's an album that begs to be listened to on headphones, I think. So you can get lost in the details.
Absolutely.
And it rewards those repeat listens.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I go back, I swear I hear something new. Some layer of meaning or a musical detail I missed.
It's like peeling back the layers of an onion.
It really is.
And each layer reveals something new, something fascinating.
It's a testament to Kendrick's genius. As a musician, as a storyteller, he's not just creating music, he's creating an experience, a world you can step into.
And get lost in. And that world is full of beauty, pain, struggle, hope. It's all there, the things that make us human.
And it challenges us.
Yep.
Provokes us, moves us. It leaves us transformed in a way. It's an album that'll be studied and celebrated for years to come, all thanks to Kendrick's willingness to push boundaries, break the mold, create something truly unique.
To Pimp a Butterfly is a landmark achievement. It redefines what's possible in hip-hop, in music as a whole. It's an album you can't help but feel. It gets under your skin, stays with you long after that last note fades.
Well, folks, that's our deep dive into To Pimp a Butterfly. It's been a journey. We explored the themes, the lyrics, the music. Hopefully, we've given you a deeper appreciation for this incredible album.
If there's one thing to take away from this, it's that To Pimp a Butterfly is more than just music. It's a cultural touchstone, a conversation starter. It's a work of art that continues to inspire and challenge. So go back, listen again, let it speak to you.
And who knows, maybe it'll even inspire you to create something incredible yourself. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep the music playing.